In a huge, bright stadium, tens of thousands of people were all wearing the same shiny, bald caps and dark sunglasses. It was one of the funniest and happiest sights you could ever imagine. They were all trying to break a world record together on that one special night. But one shy man was still holding his cap in his hands, and the whole record depended on him. This really happened in 2026. So come with me, and let's find out if one quiet man could be brave. Just once. Listen slowly and try to relax. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Just enjoy the story. His name was Fred, and he was a quiet gentleman of about 65. Fred lived alone in a small flat, and his life was very simple. He was a shy man, and he did not like crowds or noise or attention. He had spent his whole life being quiet and careful and unseen. But Fred had one big, happy secret that always made him smile. For 30 years, he had loved the music of one famous singer. The singer was cheerful and funny, and always wore big, shiny sunglasses. His songs were full of joy, and they made people want to dance. Every evening, alone in his flat, Fred would play those happy songs. And sometimes, when nobody could see him, Fred would even dance. But he only ever danced alone, with the curtains closed. He had never once been to a real concert in his whole life. He was always too shy, and he always went alone, so he stayed home. Then, one day, Fred saw some very exciting news on his television. The famous singer was coming to his very own city for one huge concert. And there was something else, something wonderfully strange and funny. The singer wanted the whole crowd to break a world record together. Everyone would wear a shiny bald cap and sunglasses to look like him. They would try to be the biggest crowd of lookalikes ever seen. Fred looked at the news, and his heart began to beat a little faster. He wanted to go. Oh, how he wanted to go, just this once. But he was scared. It would be loud and busy and full of strangers. For a long time, Fred sat and thought, and his heart argued with his fear. And then, for the very first time in years, Fred decided to be brave. So, on the night of the concert, Fred put on his coat and went out. When he arrived, his eyes grew wide at the enormous stadium. There were tens of thousands of happy, excited people everywhere. The noise and the lights and the crowds were almost too much for him. For a moment, shy Fred wanted to turn around and go straight home. But he took a deep breath, and he made himself walk inside. At the door, a smiling helper gave him a small paper bag. Inside the bag was a shiny, bald cap and a pair of dark sunglasses. Everyone was getting one. Everyone was going to wear them together. Fred found his seat high up, looking down at the huge crowd. And what he saw made him laugh out loud in happy surprise. Thousands and thousands of people were putting on their shiny caps. A whole sea of shiny bald heads and dark sunglasses, everywhere he looked. It was the silliest, happiest thing that Fred had ever seen. Everyone was laughing and pointing and helping each other put them on. Then a big, friendly voice spoke over the speakers to the whole crowd. "Tonight," the voice said, "we are going to break a world record together. To break it, we need a very special, very large number of people. Every single person must wear their cap and glasses, every single one. So please, everyone, put yours on now and let us count. All around the stadium, the last few people pulled on their caps. The whole crowd became one enormous, shiny, smiling family. But high up in his seat, Fred was still holding his cap in his hands. He looked at the silly, shiny cap, and his old shyness came back. Everyone will look at me, he thought. I will look so foolish. What if I stand up and everybody laughs at the strange old man? So Fred sat very still, holding his cap, feeling small and afraid. Down below, officials began to count the enormous crowd very carefully. It took a long time to count so many thousands of people. Then the big friendly voice came back, sounding worried and excited. "We are so close," the voice said. "We are only one person short. One more person. We need just one more to break the world record. Please, everyone, look around you. Is anyone not wearing their cap?" All across the huge stadium, people began to look at one another. Thousands of faces turned, searching for the one missing person. And slowly, a strange and nervous feeling grew in Fred's stomach. He looked down at the shiny cap, still sitting in his own two hands. It was him. He was the one. He was the missing person. Fred's heart began to race. Everyone was searching, and it was him. A young woman sitting beside him noticed his cap, and she smiled kindly. "Go on," she said gently. "Go on. Put it on. It is only you now." Fred looked at her, and then he looked at the shiny cap in his hands. His face went red, and his old fear told him to sit still and hide. But something new, something brave was growing inside his heart. All around him, the kind people had begun to notice the shy old man. But they were not laughing at him. They were smiling and hoping. "Come on," someone called warmly. "You can do it. Put it on." Soon, more and more happy voices were gently cheering him on. Thousands of friendly faces turned toward Fred, smiling and kind. They were not laughing at him. They wanted him to be one of them. Fred looked around at all those warm, hopeful, smiling faces, and for the first time he did not feel foolish. He felt wanted. He took a deep, slow breath, and his shaking hands lifted the cap. Then, at last, Fred pulled the shiny, bald cap onto his head. He put on the dark sunglasses, and he slowly stood up from his seat. And in that very moment, the whole stadium seemed to hold its breath. Down below, the official looked at the count, and then raised a hand. The number was complete. The world record had been broken. And the entire stadium exploded into the loudest cheer Fred had ever heard. Tens of thousands of people jumped up, cheering, clapping, and laughing. The big friendly voice cried out, "We did it! We broke the record!" And it was all because one last, brave person had put on his cap. High up on the great stage, the famous singer was laughing with joy. He pointed up toward Fred's seat, and he clapped his hands. "That gentleman there," he called. "That gentleman saved the record." A bright light shone on Fred, standing there in his shiny cap. The whole stadium turned to cheer for the shy man who had been so brave. For a moment, Fred did not know what to do with all this joy. The people all around him were hugging him and shaking his hand. "Well done," they said, laughing. "You did it! You are a hero!" And then something wonderful happened deep inside Fred's heart. The fear that he had carried for so many years simply melted away. He began to laugh. He laughed and laughed, like a happy child. For the first time in years, Fred felt truly, completely alive. He was not alone. He was part of something big and happy and warm. Then, up on the stage, the singer began to play a song. And it was Fred's favorite song, the one he had loved for 30 years. The song he had only ever danced to alone, with the curtains closed. But now, Fred was not alone. He was with 50,000 friends. So Fred began to dance. Right there in his seat, he began to dance. He danced without any fear and without any shyness at all. All around him, his new friends danced and sang along with him. The shy man who danced alone was now dancing with the whole world. The lights were bright, the music was loud, and Fred was so happy. He laughed, and he danced, and he sang under the beautiful lights. It was the best and the bravest and the happiest night of his life. And it had all begun with one silly, shiny, wonderful little cap. And one quiet man who had finally decided to join in. The next morning, Fred woke up in his small, quiet flat, and he smiled. On the shelf by his bed sat the shiny, bald cap and the sunglasses. He looked at them, and he remembered the wonderful night, and he laughed. Soon, the whole city had heard the happy story. The newspapers called him the man who broke the record. But Fred knew that the record was not really the important thing. The most important thing was what had happened inside his own heart. For his whole life, Fred had been too shy to join in. He had always watched other people from far away, feeling alone. But on that one brave night, he had finally become part of it all. And he had learned something that he would never, ever forget. He learned that most people are kind and warm and welcoming. He learned that they were not laughing at him. They wanted him there. And he learned that sometimes you just have to put the silly hat on. You just have to be brave and join in and let yourself be happy. After that night, Fred was still a gentle, quiet man as always. But something inside him had changed, softly and forever. Now, when someone invited him somewhere, Fred began to say yes. He went to the little cafe and he talked to his neighbors. He made new friends, and slowly his quiet life grew warm and full. He was not so alone anymore, and he was not so afraid. And every evening he still played his favorite happy songs. But now he opened his curtains wide and let the sunlight in. And sometimes his new friends would come and dance along with him. The shy man who once danced alone now danced with friends. All because, on one funny night, he had been brave just once. He had put on a silly cap and joined a stadium full of strangers. And those strangers had shown him how kind the world can be. Fred kept that shiny bald cap for the rest of his life. And whenever he looked at it, he remembered one simple thing: that it is never, ever too late to be brave and to join in. And that's the end of our story. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this story, watch it one more time. You will understand even more the second time. Subscribe for new stories and keep practicing every day. See you in the next episode. Take care.